There are so many misconceptions, myths out there about the Employee Retention Credit ERC. So today I'm going to share with you some of the top misconceptions, get you on the path to knowing the truth about this life-changing federal program that can bring money back into your business's pocket. So stick around, you're not going to want to miss this. So you heard right, the Employee Retention Credit, also called ERC, has been around since 2020. However, Forbes just did an article a few months back where something like 80% of business owners still don't know that they could potentially qualify. Now, I've done videos on how to apply, and I've also done videos on exactly who qualifies. But today, I wanted to share with you any sort of misconceptions. I wanted to dispel them, let you know that maybe the rules have changed, maybe your accountant didn't hear about them, maybe your payroll provider isn't going to help you with this no matter what. So before we dive in, please drop a like for this video. And I just opened access to our private Discord community, the Millionaire Movement. Feel free to check it out. Okay, number one is that it is too late to claim ERC. That is not true. Essentially, you could have proactively claimed this during 2020 and 2021, but at the time it conflicted with other government programs. So you see, yes, you could have done it in the moment, but it's totally fine and acceptable to go back now as you're watching this video and go back and refile to get this payroll tax credit. Misconception number two is that you check that out already, you don't qualify. I cannot tell you how many business owners said, oh, I looked at that a year ago. Oh, my accountant told me I don't qualify. You want to know who qualifies? It's business owners with W-2 employees on the books who were impacted during 2020 and 2021. You could say, oh, Rich, no, we had a banner year. We actually did better. Well, revenue reduction is only one of the three qualifiers. Well, Rich, you know, I was able to keep a lot of people on, or I got PPP money. I don't qualify. That's okay that you kept people on. This is called the Employee Retention Credit. They're going to reward you for keeping employees on. And at the time that this was initially signed into law, PPP and ERC did conflict. But now you're actually able to go back and get ERC even if you got PPP. And that third qualifier, supply chain disruption. Imagine your business in 2019. Think of like one of those old children's books where on one side you have the original picture and on the other it's like 10 things that are different. Well, that's kind of what supply chain disruption causes, right? You had your business in 2019 and now all of a sudden in 2020, 2021 and beyond, you know, something's different. And you can kind of point to why. Maybe you had to use a different supplier, or maybe you had to get different goods or services. That supply chain disruption, if it applies to you, is another qualifier. Number three, people think that you have to pay back this money. That is not true. This is not a loan. It is a refundable payroll tax credit. This is money that you've already paid the federal government, and now they are giving it back to you. So think about it like this. If you don't at least do your due diligence, I'll leave a link down below in the description. Check out the free questionnaire. If you don't at least see what you potentially could qualify for, then you are literally letting the federal government keep your money. And I don't want to see that for any business owner. I will say that if you owe any back taxes, if this applies to you, that they will fulfill and satisfy that owed money first and then give you the remainder of the refund check. So literally, this is a check that comes back to your business. You don't have to use it for anything specific like payroll, business interest, none of that. This is literally your business's money coming back to you. Up next, my CPA has to file for me. That is not true. If your CPA 1, 2, 3 years after this program's been released hasn't already satisfied filing on your behalf, then it makes me wonder why. Are they waiting for you to do all the work? Are they basically just saying they don't have enough time? In fact, even my own payroll company, I use Gusto, they're sort of using a third party for this. And so I've partnered with the good folks at the ERC specialists They have a questionnaire and a portal where you upload your documents, and within 1 or 2 weeks, they get back to you with a dollar figure down to the penny and say, do you want us to file on your behalf? Filling out the questionnaire is completely free. However, if you decide to file with them, there is a fee, and I believe that it's worth it. Also, if you do check them out, I want you to know that you are supporting this channel. I kind of previewed this one before, but my revenue went up in 2020 or 2021, so I don't qualify. That's not true. There are other qualifiers like full or partial shutdown. Let me just throw a few examples your way. You are a restaurant. You are used to having, tables booked, reservations, Friday, Saturday, Sunday fun day. And all of a sudden you had a full or partial shutdown. Well, that's one of the qualifiers. Even if you were doing better because of takeout or you modified like your drive-through service, you could still qualify because you were unable to get people in those seats. Let's say you're a business that meets with clients in person. It's great that you were able to adapt eventually with maybe some online meeting like this. But if you had to initially, and I believe most people did early 2020, had to cancel some meetings, that's due to governmental orders where things were shut down. And lastly, just imagine those kind of like quarantine, those separation policies, people had to be a certain number of feet apart. Imagine if you had to sort of adjust your business hours then. You wanted to keep everybody on, so you reduced the hours. You basically were able to keep your head, above water, maybe even did a little bit better. But your business's normal, like business hours, your cleaning requirements, things like that, those are an impact on your business, and those could qualify you. Now, this next one's super interesting because it applies to nonprofits, churches, and tribal businesses. If you fall under those umbrellas and you have W-2 employees, even if you're a nonprofit, a church, or a tribal business, yes, you can still qualify for Employee Retention Credit ERC. I need to make a whole video on that topic because imagine those churches that are used to having a certain type of services, weekly, daily, tribal businesses. I know we have a local casino here. There's restaurants inside of it. It's like a whole plaza that was completely shut down. And my nonprofits who are, trying to help their local communities, regionally, statewide, and again, you were impacted. Yes, all three types of those businesses can qualify. A couple of key takeaways. There is a lot of noise out there, but not a lot of information and education for this Employee Retention Credit, ERC. I mentioned it before, but I'll leave a link down below in the description to a free questionnaire where you could see potentially how much your business could qualify for. Full disclosure, I've partnered with the good folks at the ERC Specialists. Helping business owners file is all they do 24/7. If you decide you like their numbers and you file with them, they provide audit support, they take care of everything, as they say, soup to nuts, but you will pay a fee for using a specialist. Also, I wanted to say that if you're a business owner out there and this does not apply to you, you've watched this whole video and you're like, Rich, I'm an independent contractor, 1099. I'll leave another link down below in the description to the ERC affiliate program. Basically, the business owners who this doesn't apply to, you can still help your local community, other business owners by educating them on this program, and you could receive a small commission. It's win-win, so if you're interested, check out that link. All right, my website is full of more resources on this topic, so be sure to check it out. Also, please don't forget to drop a like for this video. It helps spread the word to more people. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit subscribe and ring that notification bell. All right, as always, I'm Rich, and until next time.